Oh, no. Okay. Hi, everybody. So today, Mia and I are the only ones who are joining the chat. I'm gonna be the lady who's gonna do the intro. I have never done this before. I've never hosted this before, so I'm quite nervous. I don't know why, but so my name is Kat. And I have a small little YouTube channel since 2000, in the beginning of 2017. I like to create fun little projects and assemble printers, print with FDM printers and resin printers, and I'm open, always open for new stuff. And the topic of today is going to be community prints, which I'm a big fan of. And now it's your part, Mia.
Hi, I'm Mia. Most of you might know me from Twitter as does Mia3. I am usually doing colorful prints, flowers lately. So I have like the rose here I did lately, or the water lily that opens up in warm water. And work in progress is the daffodil. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I do have a YouTube channel as well. Trying to keep it up and do more stuff on it. So yeah, that's from me.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mia. I'm not as creative as she is. Maybe in the future, I'm still a bit stuck. I'm not. I cannot. I still cannot use CAD programs that well, but I'm trying to learn that. Yeah. So recently, I have finished some parts for Community Print. The guys who are following us over on Twitter, because I'm also very active over on Twitter and also sometimes on Facebook and in various different groups. They might have seen that we were participating, Mia and I, and also some other friends, in this very cool community print, which is called Ultra Benchy. It consists of 319 parts, and it just got finished. And so I sent the parcel to Mia, and she's going to bring it to Perco. And maybe, I don't know.
Mine.
Yeah. Are you going to assemble it together? Are you going to help him, or did you just want to look at his workshop?
I don't know, actually. We just talked that I will step by and that I bring the parts with me. And he wants to show me his makerspace, the hackerspace.
Okay.
And we'll see.
Okay, that's cool.
Maybe I can assemble a little bit. I would like that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm unlucky. Unluckily, I cannot join in that weekend because I'm also already busy with something else. But you guys have to, if you assemble it, you have to take some pictures. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. Would be nice to have you with us.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, we should maybe make us a meetup, with some guys, a small one, a fun barbecue or something one day.
Yes.
That would be cool.
I would love that.
Yeah, so was that your first community project that you participated, Mia, or did you already join another one?
I did print a tile or some tiles from the Community Hex mural that Adam, the Dragonbane OZ from Twitter made. He basically, you could send him your logo and he will make a hex tile from it, and this is on his wall. Mm-hmm. So this was the first one I was part of, and the second one is the Banshee.
Okay. Yeah, so I wasn't as fit as you are, so I didn't make the tile myself. He did it for me because my logo is kind of hard to extract. I tried it, but it didn't work out for me. So I'm very happy to have my own tile. And I also want to print out that mural because I really like it. And
great.
now as I have this 2-color Craftbot, it's even easier, so I don't have to do the filament swap. And yeah, this is already my third, the third or the fourth one, because I'm a big fan of we the builders. Yeah, so there was this figure, We Are Rosies, this lady,
Yes.
that holds a fist like that. That was so cool. So I participated in that one, and then afterwards there was another one where they built like a dome, and there you only had to print small little balls. Yeah. So please always look out for We Are Builders. They have a website, and you can leave your email address, and then when something new shows up, you can join the project. Yeah, so that's quite nice.
I was too slow for that one. I saw it too late, and all the parts were already taken.
Yeah.
It was very quick.
Yeah, and you had to prove that you really printed it in a nice way. So you had to measure the dimensions, because it I think was, I don't know how many, over 2,000 parts. I'm not quite sure, but it was much bigger than the Banshee. So if that wasn't spot on, the whole thing wouldn't fit together.
Yeah.
So you had to prove that the dimensions of your print are right, and then afterwards you could grab a new part. Yeah, here in the Banshee mural, you could just grab as much as you could or wanted, but there was a little bit different. Yeah, so if somebody has an idea for a new community print, that would be so cool. I think this idea is the family aspect, of the community. It brings us more together, and you can participate actively. And you know what? I forgot one that I have participated. It's the logo that we see in front of us, the Friday 3D printing mural that is hanging on the wall of Matthew's garage, where he has his makerspace. That was a very nice one. Yeah.
I see in the chat Mr. Buttram printed pieces for the Alien 3D 12-foot alien from Murph this year.
Okay. Yeah, but I didn't participate in that one because it would make sense for me to print it and then bring it along with me. Mm-hmm. But I have the feeling that they want to assemble it prior to the event, and sending something to the US is extremely expensive. So
yes, that was why I would love to participate, but the shipping is
crazy, huh? Yeah.
I just couldn't afford it, so I'm so sorry.
Mm. What we could
love to print some parts, but I just
what we could do. What we could do next time, we guys in the European Union, we could. Or within Germany, maybe we could just send it. I could send it maybe your way, like I did now, and then we have to check where the maximum weight is, and then we could put as much parts in this parcel that it doesn't go over the edge, and then it makes sense, because if you pay a lot for sending 2 parts, and I pay so much again sending 3 parts or 2 parts. Then we have doubled the price of the shipment, and maybe we could combine something. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So the German printing nerd has also joined. Don. Hi, Don. Gonna say hello to him here. So I cannot see how many people are in the chat. Could somebody write it in the chat here, how many people are watching the video, because we have detached the video from the chat, so we cannot see it. How many people are watching? Oh, 15. Wow. Okay. Wow. Hey, we're popular. That is cool. Not even when the men were joining, we didn't have more than So people are peeping. Oh, and you're Filament Frenzy. Wow, cool.
He
Cool.
is getting some kind of community print at the moment with the brick tiles. This is well, it wasn't intended, but it turns out to be some kind of community print. I don't know if you have seen that. He got
No?
this brick tile wall for behind the printers, and
Ah,
so it came up that the tiles could be exchanged into printed ones. So lots of people made those print tiles. I made two as well.
oh,
1 second.
cool, cool. I didn't know about that yet.
When I just saw him, I remembered. So
Okay.
I made these
So I need that
Pusher
link.
Lover ones.
I need to know. Ah, that is I was already
Yeah,
wondering.
these
That is
are the
so
tiles.
sweet. That is so sweet. Oh my goodness. That looks so good.
And they are
I
spinning.
I need one of those. I need to print one of those.
I
Okay.
didn't upload them yet, as I don't have the Go from Filament Frenzy. Because I made them for him. So if he says it's fine to upload, I will.
Okay, so where did he host that? That is taking.
It's just on Twitter. It's just
Ah,
some people started, and I saw those bricks, and I asked what it is, and then I found out that it's for him, and so I needed to do one.
so is there a hashtag? Could somebody please create a hashtag?
Frenzy brick, I think it's
it's
Frenzy brick.
Printy Brick.
Frenzy brick, yes.
A Frenzy Brick.
Yes.
Okay, I will take a look for that one. That's cool. You see that brings us together, you know, and yeah, or 3D printer noob. I didn't learn about that until all the parts were already grabbed, and I was so angry because he doesn't live so far, and I would love to print something for that one, you know. Okay, Frenzy Brick. I will join because I've read Filament Loaded in Black, so I could just do something with that one. Frenzy Brick. It's in one word, isn't it? I
One
think
word,
so.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, you guys in the chat or the guys watching, have you participated in other cool community prints so far?
Oh, I
Or
just
which?
got the okay from Filament Frenzy. I can post them.
Ah, cool.
So we'll upload them. So
Yeah.
you can print one too.
Yeah. So did you do what did you do by yourself on the design so
It's
far?
just the measurements are fixed. They are 160 millimeters,
Mm.
70 millimeters, and 15 in the depth. So everything else is just
It's
free design.
up
So you
to
can
you.
put on it whatever you would like.
Yeah. So I think you have a plan with that Prusa logo, huh? You
It
will.
looks so fitting. We all know he's a Prusa lover.
Yeah, I think once he learns about that, he will love it. Yeah. Maybe it gives you some some freebies of some kind. Have you tried their filament yet? Have you bought the
The
Prusament?
Prushament, I got a Prushament in the first mystery box, EU
Oh,
mystery box, and actually I really printed this one in the Prushament.
ah,
So
okay,
I hope you
okay.
can see the
It's,
sparkle a little bit. It's so hard with the webcam,
yeah.
but it really prints nice. I'm really impressed by the filament, and I really didn't think that the measurement would make such a great difference.
Oh, okay. So Filament Fancy just wrote that Joseph loved it.
Perfect.
You're gonna be a star with that one. Yeah. So it's a must for every best brick yet.
More to come, more to come.
Yeah. So I really know, I already know that mine for sure is not going to be as creative as yours is. Yeah. Who could
Oh, you
top
can
that?
do that.
What could top that? I have no idea what I could do. could top that.
Just imagine something. It would come
Uh,
up to you.
yeah, but I'm not as creative as you are.
Oh, sure
This
you
is my
are.
problem. What could
That's
I
good.
attach? What could I attach on that brick? My goodness, I have no idea. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so here, yeah, we have some creative people that have joined in every single community print here. Wow. Okay, cool. That's cool.
Oh yes, the 3D Maker New mural. This was
Yes,
a great one as well.
yeah,
This is
this is
finished
what
right
I
now.
yeah. This is what I just talked about. I didn't recognize it. Oh, and then afterwards, all the parts were already gone. That
Yeah,
was so sad.
but it looks awesome. It's so
Yeah,
amazing
yeah, yeah.
with the shape, with the flag shape and everything.
Mm,
It's so great, and with a different. It's red and white, but it's not red and white just
mm,
in these
yeah.
two colors. It's so amazing how that all goes together.
Yeah, these different flavors of the
Yes.
colors, no? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so did I will have to check the software that Palco used. It's I think from China or Japan or something. There's
Um,
a small group of people, and you can download it. It costs a little bit, and then you can just slice or chop up any
yes,
model
and
that you have.
it creates the bits to connect as well.
Yeah, yeah. I like that, that they're not all the same size. Yeah, and makes sense. So I'm gonna try that, of course, with a model with a smaller scale. I want to test that out. Luban make it big. Ah, yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, thank you
We will make it big.
for providing us with that. I will I will check it out where it is here on the internet. Okay.
Oh, that's great. Practical printing writes all the different shades and styles of print in the Noob mural do a great job of representing the scattered history of Malta.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so I think I will not be able to post a link here because I'm not allowed to. So maybe some of you could do that. No, we don't. Do we have somebody taking care of the chat, by the way? Oh yeah, we do. Eddie Moser, and German 3D printing nerd are taking care. Okay, maybe you can take a look for that
For the mural, yes.
software. Yeah,
And the
and
software, yes.
maybe yeah. Great. Okay, so what else could we chat about? Yeah, I'm still a little bit nervous. Yeah.
Me as well.
Yeah, did you see the chat yesterday? Somebody called up all the women and all the women creators. So I have to go back and check all of them out and make friends with them, add them as friends on
Me
Twitter.
as well.
There's quite a bit of them I have never heard of before.
And some I forgot. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
I'm going
Like,
through the scroll bar if I want to text somebody, and sometimes I only remember the pictures, and
mm,
I simply can't remember the names. So I'm so
yeah,
sorry if I forgot to mention you.
yeah. Yeah, same on my side. I'm very bad at names. I'm better with numbers. Yeah. When I'm giving courses, I see so many people of the last 20 years. I've seen so many people, and in the first year I gave up trying to remember names, and then after 5 years, I even couldn't manage to remember the faces after a certain amount of time. So it's excuse me so much. Yeah, I'm really bad at it. Okay, thank you for posting it, Don.
Thanks,
So
Don.
yeah. Trolling for dollars. Hi. I have heard about him before, but I don't know who he is. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me again. Yeah, so it's so nice that you people have joined in just to see us two girls talking about stuff here. Yeah, you know, 2 years ago there was a ladies chat, a ladies 3D chat, and I think we chatted 4, 5, 6 times, and then it fell apart, and it's such a pity. Because I really want to encourage women to start with 3D printing. Yesterday evening we saw there much more of us that are doing that, but not so many daring to show their faces on YouTube. And I forced Mia, by the way, and I told her, next time I want to see a video with your face in it, not only your hands. You're showing up here now anyway, so what's the difference?
The difference is the videos I have to recheck, so I have to watch my own face. This is a live stream, so I don't have to watch it later. I don't have to see my face again.
But you're so beautiful, my goodness, and your English is, I think, at least as good as mine, maybe even better. And you could stop the camera and you can rehearse. So sometimes I have to stop the camera 5 times before I'm happy, and then the 6 times I say, I'll go for it. For instance, yesterday it was quite late when I started the recording of this Buddha here, and I was blah, 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 blah. So that was awful. So I had to make so many cuts. So when you watch it, you can see where I made the cuts, and oh my goodness. Yeah, but so Ditzinghoff was happy that he got this video, and I tried to.
Have you seen?
Yeah, he told me so, and I tried to convince him to be a part of this one of the following streams as a special guest, but he seems to be so shy. I couldn't convince him, and so yeah, I told him that when it's out, I would create a video on his behalf to show the process, and seems to be very easy what he posted on Twitter. A very simple process. Did you read it? Because today we chatted about what the liquid could be, but he wrote that it's just this, the stuff in the bag, and then you throw it in water, in a bucket,
so,
and then that's it.
It would be some kind of salt, maybe.
Yeah, kind of salt, but you don't need anything. No kind of acid. Yeah, so it's just water. So that would be great, because then it would be safe for yourself to just approach it and look into the buckets and see what's happening, and you know what amused me? You see me sniffing on this thing in the video, but it's really. I think at Merv, I will have to take a disinfection with me, because all the people who are going to stick their noses into it. It really. You can really smell the metal, but it's nice, It's not ugly. It's not chemical. It really smells like old bronze. I don't know. Have you know what I mean?
Yes,
sometimes
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it really smells like the real thing. So cool.
I guess everybody will rub his belly.
Yeah, so yeah, rub the belly and smell on him. So I think I will have to take some disinfection, otherwise I will spread the germs on it too much. Yeah.
So maybe when he watches this, he would like to join us. When he see us struggle, he's maybe not so shy anymore.
Yeah, I don't know why he's like that, but for sure, when I visit Israel again, because I'm such a big fan of Israel, I've been there 3 times for business trips, and 2 times I even extended my stay 2 or 3 days. One time I was even there 4 days longer until I flew back, and that is such a cool city, Tel Aviv. I can really, really, really recommend everybody to go to Tel Aviv once in his life. The people are so relaxed, and there's a potpourri of so many different cultures, and also the food. I've never been to a restaurant where you can get so much flavors or choices for vegetarian and even vegan food. It's really a paradise for people that are vegans. Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't been there. My best friend, she has been there a few times.
Hmm.
She loves the country very, very much, and she told me about it.
Hmm.
But I myself, not yet. Maybe one
Hmm.
day.
Yeah, yeah, you should definitely go. So tinkering card Carl just asked if the surface is hard. It is really, I could, I think I would get a whoops. It is metal. I don't know how thick the skin is, but it's really solid. Yeah, so no chance to break this thing, I think. Yeah, and I will have to ask him how thick the layer is, the thickness layer. Yeah, but it's really solid.
I think it
Yeah.
depends on the amount of time it is into the
Mm,
bath, I guess.
yeah.
So the longer it is, it will sit in there. I guess the
Yeah.
bigger
So
would be the coating.
yeah, I guess so too. But if you leave it in there too long, then I think you will lose on detail. So yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
you
guess
just have
so.
to find it out. And he said that depending on the layer thickness, you could create this kind of antique look that this one has here. My video is so bad that you cannot see the layer lines anyway. But you just clearly see those typical zero point 0.2 thickness layer lines, which I think creates this nice antique um, uh, yeah, surface touch. And when you would use zero point 0.1, you would have a glossy surface. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it very good in the video you made. There, you
Ah,
have
yeah, yeah,
some
there,
close-up
yeah.
pictures, and you can see
Mm,
the layer lines. And
mm,
I kind of like that. I really like that
mm,
layer line
yeah,
look.
yeah, me
But
too.
I
Mm.
think we can be proud of 3D printing that we can do that, so
Yeah,
you can see it. That's what
yeah,
I think.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so let me see this. Somebody else sounds like knocking on Lance's head. I don't know what that is. Ah, Lance.
Ian,
Okay,
Ian.
Lance. Okay, that's a Wortspiel in German. Okay. Smells like Brussels cloth. Yeah, kind of. It's really, yeah. Uh, if you wipe silver with a cloth, you have the special smell. Yes, sniffing, scratch and sniff Buddha. Yeah, you can definitely do that at Merv. And I just had an idea. Maybe everybody could sign this. So I will take a marker with me. So I have like a souvenir. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and maybe we could. Maybe I will bring a card or something with me that we sign, and I could send it back to Zitzinhoff. That would be also maybe a cool
That
thing,
would be
wouldn't it?
awesome.
Something like that, so that he gets something back because he cannot join there. Ah, yeah, and what I was about to say, that when I visit Israel, I will nail him. I will say, I want to visit you, but you will have to do an interview with me. He can if he doesn't want to show his face, he can wear like something in disguise.
You can print those glasses with the bar.
Yeah, 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 and maybe with a mustache or something. So, but I need an interview with him. I got to ask him so much questions. I'm such a big fan of him. Yeah. Did anybody here in the chat, or Mia, did you ever print one of his creations?
That's a good question. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Chris just is writing here in the chat. Get pictures of people, everybody rubbing the belly at Murph.
Yeah.
That is a very cool idea. And I have a Canon printer, the mobile printer, and then the people could send it to the printer, and then we could print it out, and then they could
Nice.
sign it. That would be so cool. And then we send him this nonsense, and I think he's gonna have a big
Great.
fun. This is a community thing again. You see? Yeah, cool.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. Good idea. Yeah, I love that community stuff.
It's perfect. The community is growing with all of them, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
This is it's a community. What
Yeah.
else can you say?
Yeah, but often people are just doing their own stuff, tinkering by themselves. and not building something together or creating something together or competing against each other, you know,
Yeah.
like with this open RC, for instance, this is
Yes,
also
Philip
something
and
cool.
Francie. The community is everything.
Yeah. Are you planning to print OpenRC, Mia? Have you ever thought about that?
Open
It
RC.
doesn't, you know, I would love to print something like that. It doesn't have to be a Rennwagen, you know,
Ah,
a racing car. It could be something else, something funny, you know, something more girlish. You could print a flower, you know, and like a race
I
flower.
wanted to say that I could make some flower wheels or something like
Yeah.
that.
Or a cat, you know, a cat, and then under the paws, it's some wheels. A race
Pixie
cat.
mouse.
Yeah, or a mouse. I make the mouse and you make the cat, and then we
Perfect.
make a race. Oh my goodness, this is so nonsense. Oh God. Oh. Oh, I think this is going to be the laugh the chat with the most laughs so far. Oh God. Oh. And you know the other thing that you were participating, where you built the stock with all these parts. What was that? What was the hashtag of that? You know, were you the highest tower?
This was the JTalk one.
JTalk, JTalk. Ah, okay.
He and the other guy. Every Monday you should watch that. It's great. And they do challenges every week, so you can participate. And one of them was the Banshee, where you participated as well.
I just forgot the hashtag, you know. So this was the micro
This was
Banshee.
the JTalk 25, I guess.
Yeah. So
As far as
yeah.
I remember, and the 26 was the stacking challenge.
Is that already over?
Yes, it's every week another one. The stacking challenge is over, but I don't know actually if they already decided who won.
Okay.
So this week the challenge, they wouldn't be able to make it with the challenge. So this week JTalk 27 is just for tagging stuff. And 28 will be the next stacking challenge, where you should make kind of bridge. So basically you're not stacking vertically, you're stacking horizontally, and you have to try to make to get over a gap as huge as possible without any other things. So if you can use a clamp, if you printed it. Basically, everything which is 3D printed is usable.
Okay. Oh, that is cool. So, but I think Lego would make sense for that.
I think I have to
so you're in the Lego
parts.
You're going to take the Lego approach. Okay. But I have another idea. I'm going to see if that one works. So my head is already smoking, you know. Let's see if that works.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think I showed it to you today. Remember? Offline.
I thought of that, yeah.
So I could adapt that because the parts are already ready, and I think I could win. I could beat you this time, Mia.
Just do it.
Okay. Let's see.
You're free.
Okay. Will you show and tell about last week design and tinkering? What? I think Mia, it's what about your flower, I think, huh? Maybe you should tell them about your flower, what you did there with the tinkering, Carl. Did you read it? Will you show and tell about last week design and tinkering? I think it's the narcissus, you know, with the
daffodil.
Yeah, the daffodil. Yeah, please talk about it.
I can show it anyway, so I have it right here. It's still just work in progress. So I attached a leaf this time. Hope you can see it. This is the next attachment I made. I'm still struggling with the LED. So it works, but I just have here loose wires. And It is glowing, but I didn't come up with a solution for it to make it put it into a design so that you can put batteries in. So here it is working, but I don't know how to. I would like to put multiples of these together so they are all glowing. And today I hope I got an epiphany. I found this one. I have a spare one of these Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if I put that apart and put this one in the base,
Mm-hmm.
I could rewire them, and I have small LED lights. They're fitting. I tested it.
But you would
And
have to
maybe this
extend
will
them.
work.
You have to extend the wires in between
Yes.
the LEDs, though. Huh?
Yes. And I want to wire each separately.
Mm-hmm.
So if one goes out, the others still are still glowing.
Mm-hmm.
So you just immediately know which one is the faulty one.
Mm-hmm.
And there might be enough space if I put a nice base underneath it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how. I'm really new to all this electronic stuff. I'm just trying. So I think LEDs are quite good to start because they only have 2 wires and I can't mess up so much with them.
You know, is there somebody in the chat here who would give us a master class? Because I also want to learn something about electronics. I'm able to solder because I know how to do that from being a dental technician, but I have never touched electronics. I would like to learn about Arduino, Raspberry Pi. I would like to know how to wire up stuff because then there's so many awesome projects that but we require some kind of stuff like that, and we could do like a live hangout. So where everybody has the same circuit board, and then we just wire up everything. So something we solder and wire, and then in the end something has to glow, or a siren has to go off, or something. And so just to see that if we did it right or not, that would be so cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if Chep is willing to make an online because then he has to get up at night. Maybe it would make more sense if somebody from Europe would do that, because otherwise the time zone is a big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. The what did they write here? Adafruit tutorials are awesome, but then we're offline. We're not a community anymore. I want to do that together with Mia. I want to.
we can get that. We can get that.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, that would be really cool.
Actually, I got a kit, an electronics kit from a birthday from my husband.
Really?
I always was talking, I want to learn that, I want to learn that, I want to make things glow, I want to make things move. I need to know how this is going. And I got a really big starter kit.
Can you show it?
Sure.
So maybe I have to buy the same one. Yeah, that would be so much fun to do a stream. So you guys, you would have a good time laughing about us then, huh? Yeah, we are quite far from each other. I think it should be like 800 or 900 kilometers. I have to look that up on Google Maps because they were asking how far apart we are. Quite a bit, I think. Yeah. So I did. The most complete starter kit, Uno 3D Pro. Oh, I also need that.
I can't tell you how much it was. It was a present.
Okay.
I don't know, but
yeah,
it's there is very, very much in there, and this is what in there. I hope you can see.
Oh my goodness! Oh. Uno.
Yeah.
UNO. Oh, okay. I
And
will.
the great thing is, you don't have to solder. They are all
Okay.
bits to just put together.
Okay, that makes sense for the beginning, because in the beginning I think you're so much stressed,
Yes.
understanding
Something will go wrong.
everything about ohms and watts and milliampere and stuff. At least I know the terms, but nothing more. That soldering on top would be a little bit of a yeah, would be a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Over the top.
I'm already afraid to mess something up, to break something.
Yeah, I could give a master class on soldering, but not on electronics. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, soldering is something I have to master. Just soldered a few things a long time ago. So
at school, I think, huh? Was it at school or together with
think
Dad?
so. I think it was at school, but I don't really remember.
Yeah, I think I sold the last time with my father maybe, and then of course at work lots of stuff. Yeah, where you have to solder crowns or bridge work that doesn't fit on the model. You separate it and then you solder it back together. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, what is the word for Schweißbrenner, you know, with the welding torch,
Welding
yeah,
machine.
and then you have those goggles, those cool goggles on. You look like a guy, you know. Yeah. So when my workshop is already downstairs, I'm still not totally finished, and I will ask my husband to film me when I'm melting stuff, you know, and then I will look like that, because it's the same approach that I have when I'm melting the silver for casting. Yeah, I'm also doing that with the torch. Oh my God! So the chat is speeding up. I cannot follow here. Mystery box. Talking projects. I'm struggling with March mystery box 1. Scalda says. What was that? I think this box that has a LED light in it, isn't it? The mystery box, Mia?
The March one isn't out yet. It's February's box, but the March box will be sent out, I think, at the end of February or the beginning of March.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought about buying that too, but it is you know, the costs, you know, shipping costs are so high. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they're very high for me as well, but it's worth it.
Okay.
It's really, really fun. I can't buy much more besides that every month, but it's something I need. I just need to have. I love the project. It's I always wanted to have the Alien 3D box, but shipping.
That's the I think that's the US version, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the US version, and shipping is way too much.
It's over the top. No. So, by the way, if somebody wants something from Europe, you know, if some of the guys on the chat are going to MERV 2, and you want something exotic from here, I would be able to bring it for you. You know, a filament that you have never used before. I could pay it for you, and then just give me back the money. Other way around too, Mia. If you want to try protopasta, which I think is also far too expensive, I will for sure grab some roll. Also, Heather's pink.
Yes.
You know Heather?
Oh,
Daily
yes.
Heather.
The boss pink.
The boss pink, if you want to have some of those yummy filaments, just tell me. I will just carry it back for you, and then we will find a way how you can get it. So
that would be awesome.
I would do that.
Very much.
Yes, sourdough pretzels and Dunkelweizen. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I know that you know that, Chris. You have lived in Germany. Yeah, you know that is my favorite. You should come over to when the Oktoberfest is going on, and then you will see me guys in the dirndl.
I would love that.
That is so cool. You know, I lived in Germany, but at that time I always said no, I'm not going to wear a dirndl because at that time I didn't I didn't have the figure that I have now. And if you want to wear a dirndl, you know, you better have something, you know, to showcase. And since I gained so much weight, I'm filling it out a little bit better. And now I bought a dirndl and it looks really great. So without a dirndl, you're not allowed to go. Or the men, you know, with those leather trousers, it's so much fun. So if anybody's in Germany over that period of time, please come over. Just tell me, and then I would love to join you. It's so much fun, you know. I love that stuff. Have you ever been here?
Oktoberfest, not. We have been to Cannstatter Vasen.
Oh, yeah,
It was
that's also
pretty
nice.
close.
Hmm.
So and it was twice a year. So, but it's more about the fun activities, not so much about the Bierzelte.
Hmm. Okay. Dirndl. Yeah, I hope I wrote it right. Yeah, so that's Oktoberfest. Yeah, I would love to be there for Oktoberfest. Yeah, that would be so cool. We could make a meetup, Oktoberfest
Yeah.
meetup. Yeah, and then we would make live stream, and everybody would be very jealous.
Yeah, and we would all be probably very drunk.
Yeah, we would be, and then we dance on the table. Really,
Oh,
that's so much
make
fun.
sure the dinner is not too short.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that could happen. That could happen, yeah. Uh, what must the guys think of us here? We're talking about stuff here. So the lederhosen and stuff. Oh my God. Yeah, where did we start? Where was the start point?
We were talking
Community
about community
prints.
How could we come from community prints to Lederhosen and Dirndl? I have no idea.
Oh my God. Oh God. Okay.
We could print a Dirndl, maybe.
Yeah. I have something in front of me, just looking at it. Look at these little cute guys. That is something from
Oh,
Lumia, isn't this? They're on a pencil. This would be something for your children, that you guys over there on the chat. It's very cute. You could this is here a piece of cloth and a faden thread, but we could do this with a TPU or with a normal filament. Yeah, so they're so cute little guys.
should be
So,
pretty easy. It's very, very usual shaped. So you basically
yeah,
it
yeah.
should be done in Tinkercad.
This is typically Tinkercad, so that's for
Yep,
me. Woo!
that's for you.
Yeah, but I just said I have to learn now urgently Fusion 360. Otherwise, people will think she's nonsense what she's doing there. And I also thought about having a iPad Pro with what is that program called that runs on the iPad Pro? Sculpt. Could somebody help me out? What is the program, the CAD program called that you can use on the iPad Pro? Ah, my God,
I don't know. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. I looked at it recently, but now I don't know the name anymore. Yeah, that really looks amazing. Practical printing wrote, and we also need Jägermeister shots. Yes, yes, we should also
Jägermeister.
have those. No, Tinkercad doesn't run on the iPad Pro. My God, what is it called?
Sculpteo.
Sculpture.
Sculpteo is like
Yeah, something like that.
How I
Sculpt
do
3D.
it is Sculpteo. Sculpteo?
Ah, okay, so it could be a shaper. Shaper, that's the one. That's the one. Has anybody tried it yet? Because it looks quite promising. You know, so I will only buy it if, yeah, no, Tinkercase is web-based. I have lots, created lots of stuff in there, but I would like to use Shaper. It only runs on an iPad Pro. And it's intuitive. You can use it intuitively like Tinkercad, so that would be for me, you know. Yeah. So, what are you guys going to print tomorrow? Come on, you, Mia. I think you're going to tinker on your flower, aren't you?
I will work on the flower, yes, and maybe I wanted to work on the transparent parts. I found a tutorial where you can try to make filament prints really transparent. And I wanted to try that for some time. So I want to look into that. And there's still the project from this month's mystery box, the lithophane. I wanted to work on that as well. So maybe I bet I don't have enough time to do all the things I want to do.
Yeah, time is always too short.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm, you know, I bought a Palette 2 some time ago, and I did the unboxing, and I feel like an idiot. And I'm somebody that never gives up on something, but I just gave up for it for a moment now. I'm waiting for the new firmware release, because on the Delta that I have been using it on, I struggled. I really struggled. And then the filament always kept on jamming in it. I don't know what's wrong there. I took it apart lots of time, and there was nothing in there, but still it kept on jamming. And now I have the Craftbot 3, the new one in the meantime, and that's a direct extruder. So my plan is to try that again. On that one and see if it works better. And I hope that tomorrow or the day after the firmware is out, so it should work. So what are the other guys doing? They're going on a weekend trip or something.
So no printing.
You can paint the clear PLA with epoxy, and that would help it that it gets more clear.
Yes, but you can still have little bubbles inside. So if you want to make something like a vase or something where you just have a single layer on top, I bet that this would work with epoxy. But if you want something thicker, there you have to make sure that there are there's no air inside kept in bubbles. And I want to try to print a crystal. So not just a thin piece, a little bit thicker. So I would like to make it really shiny. Let's see where we go with that. In the tutorial I found there, it says you have to make it squeeze together. So basically you
over extrude,
yes. You have to crank up the flow. The flow rate needs to be bigger at 110%. You have to print really hot.
But then you can get more air bubbles easier, can't you?
If you do it at the bigger flow rate, then you don't. It depends on the filament.
Okay.
If it's really hot, and then you can squeeze the filament in the layer lines from the previous layer. So says the tutorial. I don't know if it works. I haven't tried yet.
Yeah, because you know what I found out, because I tried to print in two extremes. I was creating a print that should be released on my mini factory I'm part of this Wonderland team where, because they always all the prints have to be printed before and have to be proven that they're printable. And this little damn thing here, it drove me nuts because you could always see a gap, And then when I thought, okay, let's go from 0.4, which is the nozzle width, I went all the way down to almost 0.2, and all of a sudden I thought, oh my goodness, you could do that the other way around too. You could try to print with a 0.4 nozzle up to, let's say, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8 I didn't manage to yet, but you could use that to create maybe what you're talking about, or you could also maybe manage to print watertight bases doing so. Yeah, so I know that you're not going to be able to see it because my camera quality, the video bandwidth is so bad. But it looks like I have been using a nozzle with a much smaller diameter. So I'm lazy. I don't want to swap out the nozzles all day long, going back and forth. But that was really astonishing. You should, guys, you should give it a try. It's really cool. It works. Have you tried that? Yeah.
I did increase the surface volume to get thin prints to work. This is what I did with the model from Wellbot with Star Destroyer, where you have very, very thin parts, and you would really need a super thin nozzle to get this printed. But I just raised the surface volume a little bit, and then it worked. This is what I did as well with the tiny Banshee. Worked with the surface volume to get it printable.
Yeah, I tried that too.
Otherwise, the slicer wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, I did that too on this one. On this one here. So I had more detail. This is not the smallest one, but without doing it, it was not printable, and then with this process, it worked. Yeah.
Yes.
So try to have the clear stuff in straight line. Yeah, I think that would also help.
Yeah.
Mia needs a Moai. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Who doesn't?
But I can't afford one. I would love to have one.
Yeah. Who doesn't need a Moai? Yeah.
This thing can produce insane clear prints. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have any clear resin here. Otherwise, I could also try. But yeah. Only gray and green, and so that's it. Yeah, but I love clear filament. I've posted these a guy from the Craftbot Facebook group. He shared it with me. I've already shown to Mia. On one side it's a cat, and the other side it's another cat. Yeah, or here it's a gorilla. And then turn it around, it's a human being. So there I also used the clear. I love clear filament. This is so cool. It sparkles, and yeah. It's the most underrated filament.
Yes. And I have a lot of clears there in different colors. But I couldn't print them as clear as I would love to. So this is a process I really would like to try, but it doesn't work without post-processing. So you really have to polish a lot to get the layer lines smoothed out, because they're always distracting the light. So you always will have like a rough surface, so you couldn't really see through.
And do you use sandpaper, or?
I do have sandpaper, but I also have I have a Dremel. I have some tools. So this is what I want to try to use, because I'm lazy. I'm lazy. Sanding by hand is takes so much time, so much time.
Yeah.
So I try to do it with the rotary tool to smooth it out with different grids, and maybe this will work. We'll see.
Yeah, the PLA, the problem with the PLA is that it starts to smear very easily because the melting point is quite
Yes.
on a low
We
range.
really have to go slow with but the Dremel has very low speed. So you can go at a very high speed and at a very low speed, and you can set it without what is it called? It's I forgot the word.
The speed per minute?
It's smoothly, so you can give an exact speed which you like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the rounds per minute.
1, 2, 3, 4, or something like that. So you can go very, very low, and you can very fast. So maybe with the lowest one, and always moving, not always on the same spot. It could work. I'm not sure. I have to try it.
So you gave me an idea. I will try parallel to you. I have eSun Clear, and I don't know what the other one, what the brand of the other one is, but I could try it. And at work, because at work you also have to polish acrylics, and there we use cotton wheels. Buffering cotton wheels, for a handpiece, and then we have something that smells like shoe cream. Or the polishing cream that you use for silver. Do you remember that, the white cream? And that one we use. Of course, ours is dental, but it smells the same. And that one we use for polishing prostheses to give them the high shine. That could work too. I will try that. Maybe that would work. And also with a very low speed. Otherwise it smears. And at work we also use pumice. Pumice. Das ist wie Sand, Bimstein, pumice. Yeah. So you make a slicker. You take the pumice, and then you add some water, and then you have this polishing motor with a cotton wheel on it, and then you just buffer it with that stuff. It also creates a very smooth surface, but also of course with a very low speed. Yeah, I will try, and I will tell you if it works or not. No. Okay. A down gear. Otherwise, print a down gear for the Dremel. Also ein Übersetzungsrad, weißt du, dass der Umdrehungszahl runtergekurbelt werden kann. 3D Gusner says. Yeah. Polymaker transparent patch G is good stuff. Okay, I haven't tried that.
Might be a very good choice, as PETG doesn't melt that at such a low point, so maybe might be a little bit better than PLA. I have a transparent PETG as well. Let's try that.
Yeah. I think that might be a better choice. Yeah, consider carefully doing wet sanding. Yeah, this is what I just said, with the pumice. This is also like wet sanding.
Yeah, it keeps it cool.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, so I will test that. You just sparked an idea.
Always something new to explore.
Yeah, so I'm already making notes here. on my little notepad here. Block. Yeah. Cool. So we finished the first hour. I never thought we would make it that long, Mia.
Me neither.
Yeah. So, how many people are in the chat now, guys? Could somebody share that with us?
All fallen asleep so far.
Yeah, I don't know with us. Oh God, what are you drinking? That looks so cool. Is it pink?
Pink grapefruit.
Pink
Mafia.
So So, oh, that's very constant. 15 people. Good. Very good.
I
So
hope we don't disappoint you.
I don't think so. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many peeps around anymore. Well, that is cool. Okay. Yeah. So, does somebody have a question for us girls? What is there anything that you always wanted to know about us that you never dare to ask?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Is it that late already?
Okay. Very nice stream. Oh, thank you, David.
Thank you, David. What's the meaning of life? I want to know that as well.
Always look on the bright side of life.
But the answer to everything
how many printers, Mia? How many printers do you have?
2. I have 2. I have the Prusa Mark III and I have the ANET A8.
Okay, so I have a Delta printer that I have assembled by myself. I have another Delta printer that I smoked, and then since then I didn't dare to touch. So it's still standing there like a statue. Then I have a blue printer, a Chinese brand, no-name brand, which is normally very good, but the one axis is wobbling, so I have to exchange something there. Then I have the Craftbot 3. I have a small Block 0. It's a Cartesian printer, which I also assembled by myself. I have a BQ printer, the small little Delta printer, and I have a resin printer called M Jewelry, a very, very tiny one, and I have this printer from Stefan Hermann, CNC Kitchen, still here, but I'm gonna return it back to him in the next 2 weeks. So yeah.
No.
Quite a bit. Yes, no. I'm a junkie. I'm a tech junkie. Really. I love to tinker and do stuff. Yeah. But I wish I could be as creative and artistic as Mia is.
You can be. You just have to do it.
Yeah, but I would never have an idea to create a lotus flower that is unblooming when you put it in water. How do you get your ideas? That is so crazy.
This was actually an accident to get this idea. I was working on the rose and was trying to make a more secure way to form the petals, as I got so many comments with a lighter and everything. So I tried some methods to get it done better, and so I tried hot water. And so I figured if I put it in hot water, it unblooms by itself. And then you could use that. Okay. And then the water lily was born.
Ah, cool. That's so cool. Yeah, I think I will also give it a try on the Craftbot. Yeah, but I think the first layer sexiness is better on the Prusa. So yeah, I think the Prusa cannot be beaten with that. Yeah, it looks so flawless. It's crazy.
It's so great with the texture sheet I have. You get this really, really great texture.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah.
But sometimes I really want to have the smooth sheet, as not all materials are sticking so well on the textured sheet. It's perfect for PETG. It's nothing better. It comes off super easy, which I always had a problem with ANET. With BuildTech, you can sometimes not get the prints off the build plate if you print with PETG. And absolutely no problem with the textured surface. But for PLA, I sometimes would love a flat one, just because I think it might stick better.
You know what you could do? A trick. You just go to IKEA and buy these mirrors, tile mirrors. they're quite cheap. I think you pay like 20 euro for 4 of them, and then you just use those binder clips and clip it to the
Yeah.
Prusa. Have to adapt the set offset, and then you're ready to go. And
I
then
do have one. I have one for my ANET because it came with a warped bed, of course. And
yeah,
so I needed something to compensate that. I had a really big like delle, a hole like
a dent.
a dent, yes,
Yeah.
in the middle, and
Mm,
so even if everything was leveled, perfectly
mm,
leveled, you couldn't print in the middle because
mm,
it's warped. So
mm.
I got a piece of glass, but I don't put it on with clamps because if you print with the clamps, the glass can take the shape of the bed. So
Yeah.
I'm using some kind of a silicon heat foil,
Mm,
which is not sticky on its own, but if you put something a flat surface on it, it sticks. So you can
mm,
lift it, but it stays in
mm.
place while the bed is moving.
Ah,
So
okay.
this works pretty good, and the glass is still in perfect shape. So
Mm-hmm.
this I have at least for the A nut.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So does it have a MOSFET or could it catch fire?
Of course, it has a MOSFET. Was the first thing I attached.
Yeah. I have to check. I think on my Delta printer it still doesn't have a MOSFET. I have it lying around, but even that I don't know how to wire up. I was too lazy, but I think I should really do that. It cannot be that hard, is it? Is
No,
it hard?
it's not hard. You just have
Okay.
to follow the instructions, and it's not a problem. If I can do it, you can do it as well.
Yeah, but mine didn't have any instructions coming with it, you know? I
You
got it.
can look them up. I
Yeah,
was
okay.
searching all over the web to find the instructions for it, and I
Yeah,
wired it, and it
it
works.
works.
It
Okay,
works, but
cool.
I still don't want to print it, let it print on its own. So I don't do overnight prints with my ANET.
Ah,
I
okay.
still don't trust it.
So you're monitoring it. Okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm changed it into an AM8, so it has an all metal frame. It's
Mm.
stable. I did a
Mm-hmm.
lots of tinkering with it, and I learned
Mm-hmm.
very much just by
Okay.
building this ANET. And almost everything what could go wrong went wrong.
Oh
So
my
I had,
God.
yeah, I just, I think I got the worst kit, but
Okay.
I'm not mad. On the contrary, it made me do things on my own and make me learn. So I
Mm.
think it was quite a good thing actually. So
Mm.
it forced me to
Mm.
do this.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
had the work bed. I had bent frame. I had bent rods. I
Oh my God.
had the extruder wasn't built like it should be, so I had to take that one apart and put all together again. The
Mm.
um, uh, what are they called? The little pulleys with the teeth, but not on the motor side. I don't know if they are called pulleys as well. This
Mm.
one was so badly manufactured that the
Mm.
hole in the middle wasn't centered,
Oh my
so
God. Oh my God.
it was slightly off, which
Like,
caused
whoops.
all yes, and the measurements were off, and I had to change the belts. Almost once a week
Oh my
because
God.
they all were bent so easily because it had too much friction. It didn't work right. So, but until I found that out, I had this whole printer put apart and together 3 times or something like that.
Oh my God. So you didn't throw it out of the window,
No, I
but
didn't.
but you were close to I think, huh?
Yes, but I wanted this thing. I wanted it to print because I already was hooked to printing.
Hmm.
So it needed to work, and what else could you do? Is work with it
and repair it. Yeah,
period.
yeah. I think if you build a printer or do like you did, you learn so much. Huh?
Yes, I learned very, very much. It was the hard way to learn, but I learned.
Yeah, share, learn, grow. Yeah, that's really
Yes.
true. Yeah. Luckily, the community is around that you could ask. Was there already the Facebook group around? Because nowadays you have for everything and everyone a Facebook group. But I think
Yes,
2 years ago, or maybe.
Group, but in the Facebook group is usually you have to read 20 comments until you get one that's serious. And this is one of the reasons why I don't use Facebook that often anymore. Because you can ask a serious question, but you have more trolls than anything else. And that doesn't help you if you have a situation where nothing works. And
that's true.
Some people just post something, they want to help, but they don't really know what they're doing, so it's wrong in the end. And
Okay. So happy that I didn't buy an ANET because there was a time, I said, oh, everybody's buying an ANET. I also want one. There was like a hype for a certain amount of time. So if you ask somebody about an ANET nowadays, they roll their eyes. I think they're having quite a hard time selling printers to anybody anymore.
It's cheap, so it's for lots of people think you can start with printing with a printer, and you can if you're patient. But if you want it to work, it's not ideal to start with.
Yeah, Eddie Moser said it was a hype until everyone's house burned down.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was, oh God, I can remember, yeah. And here Michael says he wants to have a CR10S.
Yes.
I think that's quite a good one, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I'd love to build another printer, but my husband, I think he would throw me out of the window if I buy another printer. So unless a company dares to send me one, I think I will not be able to print to build another one. I'd love to. I love building printers. Yeah.
Hey, Griffith, my Twitter brother. Hi.
Yeah, he is not your real brother, is he?
He's not my real brother, no.
I was about to ask you that, but I forgot. But now as you're saying that, I thought that you have a brother in, where does he come from? Hungary, huh? Is he from Hungary? He should answer.
I have a blackout. I don't remember. He told me. I don't.
I thought I read something there. Maybe I'm wrong. He will tell us right away.
Yeah, just I get a blackout right now.
I have that also sometimes. Don't worry. Lampenfieber. I don't know what this is in English. The when you go on stage and then you I have that all the time. Was heißt denn Lampenfieber auf Englisch? Kruzifix. Lampenfieber. I have dict point Lampenfieber. I have Lampenfieber. I have dict point CC is there for my rescue. Stage fright. Okay, we blame it on the stage fright.
Hungry. Thanks, Griffith.
Okay, I was right. I thought okay, Mia has a brother in Hungary. Interesting. Have you been in Hungary?
No. Not yet. Oh, hello, cat.
Yeah, that is Siegfried. Siggy, now come. Oh, normally he always comes on the table, but now he says,
He's too shy.
No. Yeah, I've been there also on a business trip. And yeah, I really loved it. Hungary is such a nice country. And I love the food. I gained weight there every time I was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cat. They do what they want. Yeah, that's true. This is why I like cats because they have their own brain, their own. Yeah. Okay, guys. I don't know. Would you want to go on? Do you have some other thing that you want to talk about, or you guys you have some other questions or something that you could throw into the round? Because we are not taking care of this chat. We have to tell somebody to chop it off later. If we want to go offline, we're not doing this ourselves.
And we both have no idea what we're doing here, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so they forced us today. They forced us.
Yes.
They say, there you go.
Yeah, oh, you got this, you got this.
Whoops, whoops-a-daisy. Yeah.
So we had to.
What? Kat, how do your dental skills help you in 3D printing? I have been working in the R&D, doing some 3D printing. Um, if you're a dental technician, you are very, very patient. Uh, Before I learned that job, I was very impatient. In other areas, I am still very impatient. But when it comes to small stuff, I can really get hooked on something, and I never give up until I have solved it. I'm like a bulldozer, and I love to work on fiddly small stuff. I even bought my own microscope here, zoom microscope, because when I work on that tiny stuff here, these prints, I do everything under the microscope, and I'm very critical. So if I test a resin or something, I really go deep down into the surface looking at it. And I even want to buy a camera for that microscope, but I'm not sure which size it needs, the adapter size. Yeah. And so therefore, I think it helped me. And if I will ever have to solder, I think that will also help me. Yeah. So I hope
If you would buy an ANET one day, all this would be very helpful for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Tommy Graffit asked if you made the MK3S upgrade yet.
Yes, I did. But I did order the MMU2. I finally ordered the MMU2.
Oh, that is
there
cool.
is the upgrade kit within.
Wow.
I'm a little bit wie sagt man? I'm missing the words English and German. I bought it, but I'm feeling a little bit bad about it because our bathroom broke down. We have a shortage within the wall.
Oh.
And I bought it before, but I don't want to return it. So
yeah, you have to print something. You have to print something for the bathroom to make it to switch the
I will do something
within.
like that for sure.
Yeah, don't feel bad about it, Mia.
No. I do a little bit. So well, I really saved a long time for that, and it's a bit part of birthday money, and but I still feel bad.
I know that
I'm happy that I did it. I'm so bipolar. I don't know.
Sometimes you sit in front of the computer with the mouse. Should I dare to do, this little last centimeter when you press the button, the buy button, floating on the over the. Yeah, I have that too sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. So, and there was another question here from Chris. Does your family support and endorse your hobbies?
part of. My husband is okay with me doing it, but not like do more. He's not pushing me or something like that. He says it's your hobby, you can do it, and he was the one who actually told me, "Come on, it's your money. You don't have to hold it back. Get your MMU." Still feel bad though, but. He's okay with it. He's not into it, but it's okay.
Yeah, my husband's also the same, you know, and yeah, he sometimes he comes in the room and says, "Are you still sitting at the computer? Are you nerding? Why aren't you creating a video?" And I said, "I have to nerd so I can create a video." So this, and he sometimes doesn't get it, you know, that it takes so long. And he said, "Why don't I see anything here?" I said, "Because something is not working." "Oh, when I come in here, nothing is working. Does anything ever work?" Yeah, so I think he wouldn't have the nerves, you know, to do this tinkering. It would drive him nuts.
Yeah, mine as well. It gets impatient pretty quickly, and
Yeah?
that's why I do the small stuff, and he does the other things. He always tells me nachpushen. I don't know what it's called in English. So if somebody does something, for example,
Keep sticking to it?
He puts the glasses in the shelf, and I go back and take them in the other order.
Ah, so you rearrange them. So you're so you're a perfectionist.
Yes,
more than he is.
With almost everything I do. And I believe this could drive someone nuts, but I can't help it. I have to do it.
Yeah, but I'm the same. I really do drive my husband nuts with it, especially when it comes to cooking. I can be really happy that he still hasn't given up on it, you know, that he still wants to cook together with me. Oh God. Do you guys do the? I think we don't even have a single female in this chat. Are you men into cooking? Do you help your better parts with cooking, or are you the cook master in the kitchen? Yeah, I think the Americans, they're very much into barbecuing, aren't they? Yeah. So that's not my part. Is it yours, Mia? Are you the barbecue lady?
Barbecue? Yes, I really love barbecue.
Yeah.
We all actually do barbecue most of the time in winter.
Wow.
Because I don't know. It's great. It's fun. We are doing our own barbecue sauces.
Wow.
Yes. It's really like in American barbecue what we are doing with smoking and
wow.
Yes,
that
we really
nice.
Celebrate that.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, some of you guys are cooking, a better baker. My wife is the better cook, but I'm the better baker. Oh, cool. Yeah.
But that's the other way around. My husband is the better cook and I'm the better baker.
Okay. Tacos for life. Here we can meet for tacos. Better life. Okay. Yeah, so I only like to cook when I cooked for somebody around. And my husband's now on a business trip, and then I just and I live from pizza and coke because I don't like to cook for myself, yes. You know. No. But when he's with me, I can really celebrate it, like you said, with the barbecue. Yeah.
Yes, it's like that. If you would cook for your own, it's usually just something that goes quick because you know you have to eat.
Yeah. Wow, Pelko is back. Hi, Pelko.
Hi.
Hey, Do your do your cats also do that? Always stick
Yes,
their
they do that
backside in your
because they
face?
have to.
Does it smell so sexy or what? All of
It's their way to tell us hello. That's they show us that they like us. If they do that, it's actually good sign.
the
We
butt
don't like it,
to,
but the cats show us.
I don't get
See,
it.
he's doing it right now here.
Yeah. You should look upwards in the camera. Sigilein.
Here,
His name is Siegfried.
here's
Oh,
Boba.
look, Siegfried, take a look here. There's your colleague.
He doesn't want anymore.
What filament are really food safe? I think PETG and yeah, PLA should also be fine, but I wouldn't really use 3D printing for storing food inside because of the layer lines.
Yes.
They will catch the bacterias and then maybe not so good for you. No, I wouldn't do that.
You can do it with
No.
a coating. There is a
Yeah.
special food safe coating, but still
No.
it's
The chemicals, the chemicals that stuff must release. I don't want to know about that. I do cook breakfast eggs better than he. Ah, okay. Her. Excuse me. Put yogurt in. To put yogurt in. No, I wouldn't put yogurt in there. No. I have a yogurt maker, and the surface for that one should be as smooth as possible. Yeah. Maybe a glass that you only use for drinking water that you dry out right afterwards, but not to store any food. I wouldn't do that. No, not safe.
as well. You can't if you want to print something really food safe. Just let's say the filament is fine and the layer lines doesn't matter. Just theoretically, you still have to use just this one printer for food things because all the residue of the other filaments, you can't get the nozzle that clean. So there still is always a risk, I think.
Yeah. And maybe for things like I don't know what it's called in English, muesli. I don't know if you guys know what muesli is.
Cereals.
It's cereals, yeah, or Knäckebrot. This dry bread. So everything that doesn't contain any humidity at all, that is really dust dry, that might be okay, but only for a short amount of time. So if you have a big air humidity in the area where you live, I wouldn't do it. No.
Maybe it's things like
noodles.
if you use PLA, maybe a one-time use thing. So if you maybe something like a cake topper or these little picks for party food. Those maybe are things you can print. So basically, just use once and throw away later.
Yeah. Prints need to be sealed with a food-safe epoxy sealant.
Yeah, that's what I meant with the sealing. Yes.
Well, to be truly food-safe. Okay. Yeah, cookie cutter. Even also there, I just recently read that you should only use them once.
Yes, this is the ones, and then because you can't really put them into the dishwasher, and even if they can resist the heat, you still have something left in the layer lines. So if you don't get it really smooth or coated, one-time use.
Oh, he's so cute, huh? I don't know the English word for Köpfchen geben. When they do like that with their head. What is it called in English? Giving you a head, or I don't know for sure not.
I think giving your head is something else.
Poking your head, or no, that's something else. Nodding. I don't know. Some sayings are not easy to translate. Ben, that might be a good video subject for you. Combine your love of cooking and printing. Yeah, that would be really cool. That would be a good topic. Yeah. Ah, Köpfjes geben. Yeah, in Dutch everything sounds always so sweet.
Yes.
Oh, head drops. Head drops.
Head
There we go. So I'm gonna give him a head drop too. He's such a sweet guy. Okay. So I think I have to feed him. Hmm? Are you hungry? Great. Wollen wir aufhören oder willst du noch weitermachen? You don't know? Okay. Struggles? What? Snuggles. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It drops. Yeah. Cool.
Still something we have to talk about, or?
Yeah, I don't know. And unless somebody comes up with a good topic. Like, what are you hearing? Be sure. Oh, that is Nightbot. I like what you're hearing. Annoying cat here too. Oh. No, he's not annoying. He's so sweet. He's so sweet. I'm wondering where my big fat cat is, you know, the Mau Mau. My monster cat. Normally she always comes in here and says meow, meow. Yeah, so she's sleepy somewhere. Yeah. Hmm? So the ones that haven't seen it yet, because I was showing it off before, I will show off the glory of the Buddha again. Oh yeah, we asked that already in the beginning, Palco. How many community prints have people participated in? There were some guys that really participated in every single one of them, but I forgot who that was. Very productive guy. Yeah, so Palco, you should create another one. I'm already, was heißt denn auf Englisch, wenn man, ich habe schon Entzug. I'm like a drug addict that doesn't get his drugs, you know, I'm already missing it.
If you're a drug addict and you don't get your drugs, you're in Turkey, I think, but I don't know if this is...
That would be a little bit too crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm already missing it, you know, I want more. Let's first finish the Banshee. Yeah. Yeah, but you could already set up the next one. Because, you know, it always takes half a year to get it finished, so you could already release the next one. That would be cool.
I think we should print a giant Lego flower. That would be nice.
Yeah, and we stack it or something.
Yes, so we can use giant Lego bricks. I think Lego would be nice.
Something Lego related. So you make up your mind, and then you cut the model with this crazy tool that we just had further up. Oh, I missed it. Let's first finish the Banshee. Well, tell me a model. Yeah, so you can contact Palco. He's up for it. But
we do a giant Lego flower.
And then we're gonna put it in the. You know what? We will once it's finished. We're gonna smuggle it into a museum of art.
or a giant Lego figure. The figure, a giant one of that. That would be great as well.
That would be cool. Yeah. That would be really cool. Yeah. 3D printing llama. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, this is I know the figure. Yeah, that would be nice. Good idea. Yeah, and then we put it in the Museum of Arts, and then life size. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah. And everybody can print accessory, you know, hats or hair or maybe
sure,
so we
everything you can
grab or
exchange.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, just a two ladies night, and it's amazing. Maybe we should repeat this. I never thought we could speak that long.
Maybe.
Yeah, with the right subject. Yeah. Next community print. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool. So, and the guy, he could even hold a flower in his hand, huh?
Yes, sure.
A Lego
No
flower.
problem.
So we could do.
We can
We could combine
size it up.
both.
We could size it up. Everything is, it's no problem. We could we
XXL.
could do that.
Yeah. And they're doing hell of a job. Yes, we are, Matthew. We are.
We're trying our best here.
Yeah. So, but I think we would call it good. What do you think, Mia? Maybe we just
Call it a day.
Yeah. What do you have? Do you want to go on? You have something else?
We forgot a community project. We forgot Philbin.
Ah! So that is another one. Yeah! Oh, so cute. You put the eyes on him that I sent you.
Of course.
Oh my goodness! Oh, so cute. So
this is a community print as well.
Ah, Philbin. Where's the source?
It is from Bachmann. He made the filament into the Philbin, and you can't download it. This is the specialty of this. You have to ask nicely, and Pokon, he did a hell of a job from asking nicely. He asked so nice, it was all over Twitter.
Ah, okay.
So
okay.
And if you ask, you get the files, and then you can print them.
Okay. Yeah, I will also give him some accessories. Yeah. Great. Meow. Was that mine or your cat?
No, that was mine. He is. I think he wants to be fed as well.
Oh, okay. So our cats need us. Our cats need us. And so the our how do we call him, regisseur?
We need our host, please. Our host.
Yeah, our host. So we will make our outros, intros and outros. So, dear guys and fellows, I hope you liked our show. I hope you laughed as much as we did. And yeah, it was a blast. Gute Nacht. Oh, okay. Somebody who even knows German. Gute Nacht as well. Have a good sleep. Gute Nacht. Schlaft gut. Maybe you have Maybe you have a beer now or something else. And hope to see you in the next one. And yeah, I hope it will be as funny as this one was. So now it's your part, Mia.
Well, have a nice evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I hope you had fun. We had fun. We had no idea what we were doing, but we had fun. So, yeah, good night, everyone.
Okay.
Bye.
So, host, plug us off. Okay. Bye-bye.